Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm not going to go into much detail on the compensation plan because all of us are just like starting. So we just want to know the first steps of the compensation plan because as you go, you learn more and more of the compensation plan. You don't need to know the whole thing right now because it just sometimes is a lot more overwhelming. And then I'm going to give you some tips because there's a few of us on the group. I know you guys know Jason. He's chats mostly a lot on the group and also gold member. We had like a Zoom yesterday and discussing, the compensation plan with the incentive and what's the best way it would be to build your teams if you want to build your teams. Okay, so I'll explain what we came up with yesterday. And then obviously how the incentive is going to work, this new incentive. Okay. So I'm going to start by sharing my screen quickly. Okay, share screen. Okay, can you guys see my screen?
Yep, that's fine.
Okay. Let me get the right there.
Glad I'm not looking at it on my phone.
Yeah. Okay. So the whole compensation plan depends on obviously the Minebase points. Okay. So each package that you have or that you can buy, the startup packages, the other packages like the APY and the the close rack shares. Okay, those will also have points. I confirmed with Harold yesterday. He says they were busy with that now. So all the packages in Minebase will have a certain point system, but the starter packages are literally per $100 is 100 Minebase points. Whereas with the other packages, it's going to be less. Okay, but they will have points with them as well. Okay, so you have your package, whichever package you want to purchase. Okay, there's two parts of the compensation plan. One is the package that you buy will determine how many shares of a pool you will earn. Okay, so the money from the whole global compensation plan, the whole everybody's money that they bought into Minebase with the packages. Okay. The first pool is obviously the diamond pool. Okay, so 2% of the total turnover of Minebase goes into that pool. Okay, so if you've got 100, let's say if you don't have a package and you started building your team and they have got packages, you can still earn one share of that pool. Okay, if you buy $100 package, you get 2 shares of it. So you get double the amount of money from that pool. Okay. The 500 you get 3 shares, and so it goes up to 6 shares with the $5,000 package. Okay, so your package will determine the amount of shares you're going to get in the pool. But just remember that the more people that are in that pool, the less everybody's going to get. Okay, so you want to build your team fast enough and to be able to earn from all the other pools so that you earn from all of them. And you want to get the most out of each pool of money. So the best obviously would be to build your team as fast as you can and then obviously buy the $5,000 package. But not everybody can afford the $5,000 package, so we're going to work on just $100 packages to explain how everything works. Okay, so your package determines how many shares you'll get in the compensation plan. Okay, so these are the different, they're called the different business centers. These are the different pools, if you know what I mean.
Can I ask you a question then?
Sure.
Just click back to the other slide a moment.
Yeah.
Can you? So you've got 100, for the $100
dollar package.
Sorry, I'm getting them. I've already got. I know what I was thinking. So for the $100 package, you get 100 MVP.
Minebase tokens. Yeah, that goes to your upline, not to you. It goes to your upline. Right. Okay, so it counts. Yeah. So each package is it's 100 points for $100. Okay, that's more or less. So I'll explain to you how the points work now. Sorry, I go backwards and forward from this presentation. I don't know why they have it. Okay, so for your first pool, which is the diamond pool, there's 2% of the total turnover of Minebase in there. Okay, so to be able to get into this pool or qualify for it, you need to earn 500 points. In other words, you have to have sold 5 $100 packages in your downline. So it doesn't have to be direct. It can be your downline that buys a package. Okay. So you have to have a minimum of 5 people in your whole downline that have bought a $100 package. Okay. And then obviously it's got to come from 2 legs, like you've got to have, say, 3 packages on one side and 2 packages on the other side, more or less. Okay. That's just the way they work. So then you can qualify for this 2% in the pool. And then as soon as you get to 12,000 points, then you go to the next pool. So you'll earn from the first pool and the second pool. These points do not just disappear. Once you've made the 500 points, that stays. Okay, so you don't go every week, it changes, and now you have to make another 500 points to get into the diamond level. Okay, so once you're in the diamond level, you stay in the diamond level. Once you go to double diamond, you stay in the double diamond. So the points are cumulative and they stay all the time. Okay. So I'm not going to go into all of these, but you can see the more points you have in your downline, then you'll earn from each 2 different pools, if you know what I mean. So if you get 12,000, if you get 2 people that buy 5,000 packages, and then somebody else, $2,000 or something gets paid out, somebody in your downline buys, a few $100 packages or whatever, then you can get there obviously much faster. So, yeah, okay, so that's just the very basic of it. So the points in your downline will determine how many pools you will earn from, and then the package size that you buy determines how many shares you get out of that pool. Okay, so it's very simple. It's a very nice concept, and there's no, you don't mind if other people are building faster than you, because they're helping contribute, bringing more money into these pools. So there's no real competition against teams or anything like that. You want to encourage people to build their teams, because if they build their teams, there's going to be more money coming into not just your team, but for the whole compensation plan, for the whole pool, do you know what I mean? So the more people we bring into Minebase together, the more money will be in each pool, okay, that everybody can earn from. Okay, there was something else. Okay, so the whole idea with the compensation plan is that you have to have active members as well. Okay, so there's another thing. So when you get higher, once you've made the first diamond compensate in the pools, the next lot is when you have to have 20 active partners. Now, one active partner means that you have a package, and then you have 2 people underneath you that have a package each. So that the 3, your 3 people that's 1 active member. So you and 2 of your downline have packages, that's 1 active member. Okay. So to get into the very big pools of money, you have to have 20 active members in your downline. So the best way to build Minebase is that you have 2 people, okay, and then they have 2, and they have 2, and they have 2. You don't need to have 10 people directly underneath you. You can, but it's better to build deep, if you know what I mean. So don't get greedy on the 10% that you could receive from if you sign somebody else. Sign that person up under somebody else underneath your downline. Okay, so what we discussed, I think it's just the people that are left, if you know what I mean, to start the Minebase system, if you know what I mean, are all people that have compassion for other people. Okay, so we have this idea that we're going to pay it forward. So if you as you want to build your team, what we want to do is we want to encourage you to pay it forward and sponsor people. So you sponsor It's up to you, obviously, who you want to sponsor. But for what we thought would be actually probably a very nice way is because a lot of people are skeptical either of the currencies or they've had bad experiences with other companies and they don't want to really get involved. They're not sure. But if they see you going, okay, you know what, I'm going to sign you up on $100 package. And they're going, okay, well, I'm in then. You get people that will say yes to you very much quicker than if you have to say, yeah, you bring $100 to the table. Okay, so you take your money and you sponsor somebody. So we were thinking like the first two people that it's got to start from somewhere. Okay, so your first two people you can either sponsor or bring in somebody that you know that will buy their own package. Then the second level, that's when you, how do you say, you sponsor those people, but you sign them up underneath your first two people. Okay, so this person now has got their package. You sponsor the second generation. So you put two people underneath this one, and the other one you also put two people underneath that person. Okay, then they get their first bit of commission, and they see how the system works. They learn about Minebase, and they've got the time more or less to do it. Then they sponsor their second downline. So then they will sponsor two people underneath the people that you put there and two underneath there. So everybody sponsors four people as they go down, but you only sponsor your second level, not your first level. Okay. And if obviously you come up with more people and you're not going to stop at two people, you want to really build your team faster, just keep signing them up under somebody else at the bottom. Okay. I'm going to show you a different part of the compensation plan, why you want to do this. Okay, so the 10% direct commission won't matter much. Okay, obviously, if you're hard up for money, there's a difference. You know, you want to keep the 10% for now. But on a $100 package, it's only $10. Give it to somebody else. Give it to somebody in your downline. Let them see that they can make money from this, and you build your team. Okay, you want to build it deep. Okay, let me just find out where. Let me just show you where. Why you should. Here. Okay, raising points line. From the fifth level, so you got your first level, second level, third. So from your fifth level, you will get 200 Minebase points for a package of $100. So in other words, you get double the amount of points from your fifth level. Okay. From your 10th level, you will get 3 times the amount of points. And then from your 15th level onwards, you get 4 times the amount of points from a package. So if you're sitting with your 15th level and somebody buys a $5,000 package, I mean, you're going to be receiving 20,000 Minebase points. Okay, and the points are what's going to make you get into the bigger pools of money, if you know, the bigger pools. So you want the amount of points. You're not going to care for 10% if you're going to get so much more money from a pool. So the best is just build 2 by 2 and build deep. Don't worry about having 20 people directly signed up underneath you. You want the depth because of this. The double points, the triple points, and 4 times your points, the deeper you go. Okay. So that's what we thought. And it's nicer in a sense because you're going to be sponsoring somebody that is not sure. And I mean, people have sponsored me into things and I'll be like, okay, well, if you're going to sponsor me, there's no risk to me whatsoever. So yeah, I'll do it. You know, so you get in and you start learning and then people are, okay, yeah, no, I like this, you know. Yeah, okay, that's fine. I'll sponsor 2 people underneath each of those. So that's fine. And it shows trust that the person, you obviously trust that person with the money and they trust you because you've given them the money. They also see that you've got so much trust in the company because you're prepared to spend that money on them to get them into the company. Okay, so it's a win-win situation, and I really like the idea because a lot of the compensation plans and that it's all about the people at the top. It's never about the people at the bottom. Whereas if we're working as a team and we're actually donating, if you know what I mean, sign-ups to people at the bottom, it's a win-win for them as well. They don't feel like they're left out or they're gonna, you know, they can also make money. And the more money you make in Minebase, the more people you're going to sponsor. So you said something?
Yeah, I was going to say, if I could just ask a question there.
Yes, sure.
I mean, okay, it's slightly assigned to things, but how practically does it work to, let's say you've got two people and you've gone too deep, and then you've got somebody else that you want to put in your third or your fourth level down. What is the machinery for doing that? How do you skip a couple of levels and stick them under somebody else?
Well, you'd obviously have to contact them to try and get. I was actually thinking of that today. I'm like, we've got referral links. I'm like, you're going to have to like go, okay, can I have this one's contact number? I need to go get this one's referral link and then go get this one's referral link. So that's why if you work on your second level always and you don't go too deep, then it's.
Yeah, I didn't know whether it was something built into the back office that we could do. Because I have some I have a vague recollection that in something else that you could actually manipulate or drop in people into different lines from the back office.
There will be. Okay, so what Harold? I've already spoken to Harold about this, and I told him what we want to do. Okay, so he said there will be an option where we can, instead of depositing, because I said I want it to be easy. So I don't want to have to deposit $100 into their account and pay $25 for a transaction fee. You know what I mean? So, and you want to be able to make sure that they're going to be using, you want to make sure that they're going to be using it for a package. So Harold said that they will work on like a voucher type thing. So you will buy your voucher then in your back office and then you can gift it to somebody. Then they just put in that code inside their account. So then you wouldn't need their referral. You know what I mean? Well, you would if you were going to sign them up, but to sponsor them, if you know what I mean. And then a lot of people, like now, for instance, have got their 50 people in their downline, but they're in a sense dead people because they haven't done anything or bought a package or anything like that. And a lot of people have asked, like, how do we contact them? You know, to try and get them to either buy a package, or we can sponsor them a package, or we can get them to give their referral link so we can put people underneath them, that type of thing. And so Harold said that he will work on something where you'll be able to email them or contact them in some way, because he says it's a very good idea if we can then obviously contact those who have been put underneath us. So he is aware and he will make it easier for us. Okay.
If he didn't do that, right, what would be the benefit of having them?
Having what?
Like the 50 people.
Okay, yeah. So it's kind of like on the draw, Robin, that whether you get 50 people that are building or 50 people that are dead, that's kind of like of the draw, yeah. Okay, and so I've explained how we want to, or how we want to encourage people to build their teams. Okay, by paying it forward and building deep. You don't want to be building sideways. You want to be building deep. Okay. Okay, the incentive, let me share my other screen quickly with you. Okay, you got the email. I asked Harold for the PDF for the incentive from the video, his video, but he said it wasn't ready yet. So I'm just going to use the email that we got just now. So the goal is for you, the first incentive level, okay, is to get 12,000 Minebase points. The total sales will be added up for 3 months, and then 2% of it will be paid out. So it's the same as the first pool, okay? The first 10 people that get to 12,000 Minebase points will receive 10 shares of that pool. Okay, so not just one, like if you had, or two, like if you had a $100 package, you're going to get 10. So even if you had a $5,000 package, you're only going to get 6 shares. But if you are in the first 10 people, then you will get 10 shares of that. Okay, the second 10 people will get 5 shares, and then all other partners, obviously, who get 12,000 Minebase points will get 1 share from the pool. Okay, so if you build up even more, and say for instance you reach 30,000 Minebase points in your downline, you will get the incentive level 2, which is the total turnover over the 3 months, and another 2% of that will be paid out. Obviously the same thing, the first 10 people will get 10 shares of that, the second 10 will get 5 shares, and then all other people will get 1. So the idea is to get there as quickly as you can if you can. if you obviously reach 90,000 Minebase points, you will get of the third pool also 2% of the total turn. And then level 4 is if you get 150,000 Minebase tokens, then you will earn from the resulting Minebase points. 2% will be paid out in incentive level 4. All Minebase points of your downline count in this period. You can reach all 4 incentive levels. You'll get 1 share from there. So if there's only 2 people in the whole of Minebase that get there, they will get half of the 2%, 1% of the total turnover over 3 months from Minebase. That's insane money. Okay, so it's a nice incentive. It's all about building your team. And if you build it deep, you're going to have people that will just sponsor people. And yeah, if you go deep, just remember, the deeper you go, the more points you get. So you want to have that depth because you will get to the 150,000 Minebase points much quicker if you're already on your 15th or 40th level in your downline. Yeah. Okay, so you want to build deep, especially for this incentive, because the deeper you go, then the more points you get. Okay, so concentrate on 2 people, 2 downlines. That's all I want you guys to do is concentrate on 2 people and just build deep. They must just concentrate on 2 people. Yeah, I think that's it. Okay, bye.
Yeah, bye. Bye.